one of the things that I want to talk about and really base CoreData on is this contest of ideas, not ideologies.
Yeah.
Ideology really exists in this industry in a way which it doesn't in others. What do you think that means to the member or the customer? Do you think they benefit from that? I mean, there's some ways they do, but in other ways it's quite constraining, isn't it?
So what do you, like, as in with their ideology, just ideas in general?
So one of the ways that you would think about the ideologies in this space is that they create a marketplace and create choice, or you create compulsion and they have compulsion in the outcomes.
Yeah.
I'm really a big fan of compelled savings because nothing has done more to ensure the Australians against the bumps and wobbles of a future life than compelled saving.
Yeah.
But getting that mix right, getting the mix of low cost and good service is a really big problem because those things don't often exist really well together. Let me give you an example. If you have $1 million with Australian Super, and I don't use them as pejoratives just because they're a convenient name, and you have $30 with Australian Super, you get exactly the same service.
Yeah.
That doesn't really exist in any other industry. How can that continue to be the case for the collective good?
Yeah. And I mean, what do you think, though, that they should do? Like, what are the funds? How do they take charge of this conversation and kind of keep moving this forward?
So it's a challenge because when the superannuation service system was designed, and that was a combination of a lot of great thinkers, and the two that spring to mind very easily are Paul Keating and Bill Kelty, who basically brought commerce and labour together to actually bring this. They are incredibly good at the accumulation phase, but as the demand cycle and the shape shifted through the pipeline, they didn't start to shift to the decumulation phase.
Yeah.
Now, we've been working on this for a long time, and as a CoreData, we've been modelling the events for people and saying, your peak demand for your service is going to be in 2027.
Yep.
So you're going to need 600 people on the phone, all of these services, all these problems, and all of these income-shaped products to solve this.
Yeah.
Some funds really lent into that and provided those services, and some didn't. The most interesting and compelling part of the research for me are two things. One is that satisfaction and wealth are not necessarily correlated until you get over $1 million. Underneath $1 million, if you've got, let's call it $850,000 or $150,000 or $80,000, satisfaction is constructed by your relationship with your fund. Over $1 million, everyone tends to get happy for fairly obvious reasons.
They're good.
I mean, that's the case. But the funds are trying to do this at scale and not really solving that. The smaller funds can because they can manufacture intimacy. And I've sat in the call centres where they call people, they ask them questions and they engage them.
I mean, the smaller funds, it tends to be they know people, they know them by first name, and it's a case of just ringing up Joe in my fund and he'll help me out. You know, we've seen that in the research we do for them.